I am tired of hearing it. If God is real, why is the world so broken? Why does He let people suffer? If God could, why my tummy hurt? If He's so loving, why didn't He stop this or that? Do you really want the truth? Because He gave you free will. And the reason this world is a mess is because you and everyone before you misused it. You blame God, but most of you don't even know who you're blaming. You haven't opened a Bible, you haven't prayed, you haven't searched, you watched one TikTok or heard one edgy podcast, and suddenly you're a philosopher. But if you actually knew anything about God, the God of the Bible, you'd understand He doesn't play by your rules. He's not your therapist, He's not your genie, He's not your emotional punching bag when life gets hard. He is who He is, whether you not approve it or if you do. You don't get to hold Him on trial for your own sin. The world is not what you think it is. The world is what it is. And God is not what you think He is. God is how He is. God is what He is. Your opinion doesn't matter in this. The entire reason the world is broken is because humanity chose rebellion. We were given perfection and we threw it away. And don't pretend you wouldn't have done the same. Every day people choose comfort over compassion, lies over truth, porn over purity, ego over humility, and then after generations of that, you want to point at the sky and say, "This is your fault, God." No, this is on you. This is on all of us. Every single one of us. People think God owes them comfort if they even believe in one, or a perfect life, constant protection. But let me remind you, you spit in His face every day with your decisions. You mock His name, you laugh at His son, you ignore His word, and then tragedy hits, and suddenly now you're spiritual. Now you want answers, you want to be saved. Tell me, do you only visit your parents when you want money, or did you show up because you respect them? You want to blame God, but you treat Him like a vending machine. Don't talk about justice when you've been dodging Him your whole life. Here's what really pisses me off. The same people who say, "Why does God allow suffering?" never mention the fact that He Himself suffered. So, Jesus, fully God and fully man, lived in a broken world as well. He was mocked, He was beaten, He was tortured like you wouldn't believe it. He was abandoned by His own friends, nailed to wood, left to die in front of His own mother. Why? To pay for your sins. The very people who curse His name, He died for them. Do you want to know if God understands your pain? Look at the cross. But just don't look, because deep down you know He makes you responsible for what you've done and what you do. You want a world without war, without greed, rape, murder, betrayal, abuse, and stop living in sin. Stop feeding a culture that worships money, sex, and power. You support artists who brag about destroying themselves. You follow influencers who lie for money. You ignore pain until it trends. And somehow, still, it's all God's fault. Because a truly loving God wouldn't allow any pain. No! God gave you a roadmap, you just didn't follow it. You don't like the results of your own rebellion, so you pin it on him. God could have made you a robot. No free will, no mistakes, just blind obedience. But he didn't. Because real love requires a choice. You can't love someone you're programmed to obey. And that means, yes, free will comes with consequences. Every act of evil you've seen was because someone chose it. God allows it because without freedom, you're not human. But here's what you don't want to hear. One day, He won't allow it anymore. Judgment will come, and when it does, you'll wish you had listened when you had the chance. Name one thing that will truly start to make your life worse if you have faith in believing God. Name one thing, like genuinely, just worse. Exactly, son of a bitch. Let's be honest, most people don't actually want God. They want the illusion of control. A God that fits their worldview, who says what they want to hear, who never challenges them, never disciplines them, never tells them they're wrong. But that's not God, that's a puppet. That's you playing the creator. And the irony is, while you blame God for this broken world, you keep trying to build one without Him. How's that working out? If you're mad at God, fine. If you're confused, if you're angry, if you're doubting, fine. God can handle your questions, but don't walk around with fake intellect, pretending you figured it out when you haven't even looked. Open the damn Bible, read the words of Jesus, learn what sin really is, learn what grace really means. Go on your own path. Because the truth is, you don't need to understand everything to fall on your knees and admit, I've been living wrong. I've been pointing fingers, and maybe the problem isn't God. Maybe it's me. That's where change begins. That's where peace begins. And that is where you stop blaming and start becoming.